All right, everybody. This is going to be a small walkthrough of Cloud Stacks, which is a little bit different than a Google stack, although it does use Google in order to create the stack. But the idea is to use a bunch of HTML/PDF files, interconnect them all, daisy chain them, and just use advanced interlinking in order to make sure that everything is passing juice however you want it to pass juice. You can do this in a couple different ways, and people use a bunch of different platforms for this. I personally, or Rank Panda, uses Amazon S3, Microsoft Azure, Alibaba, and Google Cloud. You can also use GitHub and a bunch of other things too. So I'm going to pull up an example. I did this from a for our client site, or had this made, I should say. So let's start here. So if you look at top to bottom, this is just a file that contains all of the actual cloud stacks, right? But the S3 is the thing that's going to be pointing at whatever the main target is. So that means that this right here points to this, which points to this, which points to that, which points to this, that, you know. You'll see exactly what I mean when I pull it up. So it'll be easier if I just show it to you. The other thing that makes these really powerful is if you have Google Docs that you're also creating for these. We also have sheets to contain all of the URLs in them. Let's show you what one of those looks like. Let's do a new incognito window. We'll do this as well. Let's go here. Well, that wasn't the spreadsheet, so let's get the spreadsheet. There we go. Okay. So as you see here, the key with this is, one, you have the links here. So it's a naked link, and then you also have the exact anchor text that you want. So what we're doing here is creating, for all the, how many keywords did I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 keywords. Mitigation, testing, mitigation, Nashville, testing, Nashville, radon removal, all those different things. And you're attaching it to each of these cloud stacks. And this is a publicly accessible document. That means I can also send links to this, and it helps with indexing, and it also, in my opinion, helps with establishing entity. It's not going to be the most powerful link like a guest post or something, but honestly, a lot of these sorts of strategies, cloud stacking, for example, it's more of a numbers game. How many can you create? And what you're trying to do is just fill the internet with files and mentions of your brand and your name. We're teaching an algorithm, so we want it to crawl as many things as possible in order to understand your brand and what it is about. So when you're doing guest posts, when you're doing all these other link building methods, PBNs, this is a perfect way of making sure that those give you as much juice as possible. If you've already established yourself as an entity to Google, and they understand and they relate your business to that keyword, regardless of whether you are ranking well for it, once you start doing guest posts or PBNs or whatever you're doing, which I don't even use those. I do zero white hat outreach link building. I don't need to. But if you want to, it makes it more powerful. So without continuing in that, let's go to this. So we have an image right here, and this image link goes, if you look at the bottom, you'll see maps, place. So this is a GMB link via image. All of this is AI content, doesn't matter. We have NAP info here. This website address goes to the blog spot. So basically what I've wanted to do is make that blog spot receive all the juice. The reviews is literally taking you to the reviews for their site. This is an iframe of the website. Also helps with crawling. Basically, when a bot crawls, a Google bot crawls this, this is a window into your site, and it's a suggestion, hey, you should crawl this, and they go through it. Let's keep going down. So here we go here. All of these are the anchor texts that are sending to the next stack. So if you see at the bottom, it'll see Backblaze. If I open this again, that should follow. All right, we were here, and now it's going here. And I'll click that just so you can see it. Same exact process, same exact everything, and it's just going to take us all the way up. Now we're at Wasabisis. Keep going. Home improvement, cool. So now we have a link up top here. Let's just go to the bottom though. So now we have that. Now we have this. Storage Google APIs. Now it's getting more powerful. The stacks at the top are the ones that we want. So Google, really important to use. And this should be the S3. And same process, except now, let's make sure all the links are, yeah, still Blogspot, still reviews, still the same setup. It's all filtering to the Blogspot, except for this one. So we have all of them filtering, but it creates a ring and goes back. So now it goes all the way back to the bottom again. And we just go through that process again. So one of the things that you can do with this is you can either create, this stack was only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I make like 30 deep. You can go all the way up to 200 deep. I mean, that might seem unnecessary to you, but what you're doing is you are just creating, it's another way of domain authority stacking, right? So we are just passing DR. Let's see here. If I can just show you. This will be good. Let's just open a new. Oh, oops. We want hrefs. Let's go in there just to look at the authority. Boom. Not now. Boom. Okay. UR19 DR91 link. And I've sent 19 referring domains to it, 22 backlinks. Pretty powerful, right? All of these links are like that. And you're just stacking DR90, 90, 90, and there is a string of 200 of these or 30 of these. With Rank Panda, we do normally like the default or the basic setting is 30, but that's just so much juice that's being passed. So that is what a cloud stack is. And what's crazy is if you look at like, not many people know about this. I mean, let me show you. I'll look at, not the hrefs is the alpha and omega of keyword research, but there's only 20 people. Cloud stack SEO, nothing. This just is something that is completely unexplored by people, and it's so powerful. And the key is to be able to do this at a scalable way, right? Like, it's just hard, so that's why we offer it. But if you hear about what a cloud stack is, that's what it is. So then we have the PDFs on cloud. We have all of these links that we're sending. Not all of these are going to stay active, so let's just let's look here. Some of these links will fall off. Boom. So as you can see in here, we've iframed all of the links. .90 visitors. I guarantee you that is all bots, but 90 bots. That's not bad. So this is also iframed in there. And what this is the website. So we've iframed, oh, actually, sorry. This is the iframe of the stack itself, which also has the iframe of the website. Pretty neat. So what we're doing with that, we're sending tons of these, right? Tons and tons and tons. These are Web 2.0s. All of them are 2.0s. I mean, I'll send hundreds of thousands of links at these things. It just depends what you're going for, honestly. Sometimes you can send absolute trash links. Sometimes you can send better quality. But I wouldn't waste like a guest post sending on these things. That would get so expensive. And honestly, this is why if people are white hat and they do something like this, which is white hat, although I would not send all of this just directly to your website, at least not more than like once, just because that's a lot of juice. It's going to really be weird. But you can do it. So as you can see, I chose to do it with the Blogspot, and the Blogspot's doing pretty good. Let's see actually what the juice is on that thing. Where do I find it? Now I gotta go all the way. No, let's just open up the S3. Boom, boom. This is what my Blogspot looks like. It's just syndicating my content. This is through an IFTTT, so last time I blogged, getting the best. I was doing a test, so some of this stuff is kind of crappy. I was using just auto-generated everything with AI, so you'll see something that's like, what the in-crowd won't tell you about what is radon mitigation Nashville. That is such garbage, right? I also have, was testing out a feature that makes all my keywords into links, and that's why all of these things are also linking out. But if we go to Ahrefs, oh, darn it, I gotta go to, let's just go here, Ahrefs. I'm trusting you guys not to like F with this, but we've given this 33 DR. This is just, imagine this. So I'm creating a branded ring that is around my website, and I'll show you guys what that is later. But I have a ring of websites. There's about 20 of them, and they're all like Blogspots, Trello, any sort of thing I can brand, and Tumblr, for instance. And they're all getting 30 DR. That's the goal of this. That way, anytime you blog, we're connecting this. Anytime you blog, you now have a ring of like 20 UR, 30 DR. I mean, some of y'all's clients don't even have properties that are this authoritative. And this is just the branded ring, you know? So this is what a cloud stack is. This is what it does. This is why it's awesome. Absolutely awesome. I send tons of links to it. And if you're trying to do it, what I suggest you do is do about 30 of them, send it, so like 30, a stack of 30, send it at your top 5 in the ring that you have, your Tumblr, your Blogspot, stuff that can handle that kind of stuff. And the other benefit of this is just that you can get rid of it. You can just delete it. So if there's some sort of penalty, it happens to this site and not mine. So there's all sorts of other fancy things you can do with this. But for now, that's all I'm going to say. Hopefully this has been educational for everybody. Without further ado, I will end it. Hope everyone learned something. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Just put it in the comments. You can find me either through our YouTube channel or I really recommend. Yeah, actually, I'm only going to send out that. If you want to contact me, just do it through the comments. I don't want any more emails. But yeah, happy SEOing, everybody.